recognize Ms. Mace from South Carolina.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for the invitation to participate in today's hearing. Ms. Goss-Graves, so-called, quote, expert in women's rights, do you know how many years it took South Carolina to elect its first Republican woman to Congress?
Well, what year did
100 years since women got the right to vote. Do you know how many years it took the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina, to graduate its first woman?
Well,
157 years. So I have a series of yes or no questions I would like to ask you based on some of your previous statements. In your opening statement today, you said trans women are women. Ms. Goss-Graves, yes. What is a woman?
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to America Patriots, the channel where freedom smells like fresh cut grass, liberty tastes like mom's apple pie, and common sense is still legal, at least for now. Before we get rolling, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and drop a comment below. It helps us stay alive in the algorithm jungle. And trust me, that place is wilder than a porta potty at chili cook-off. You subscribing helps us keep real talk alive, Patriot style. All right, Patriots. Today we're reacting to a congressional hearing that honestly felt like a blend of real politics, reality TV, and a biology class that somehow went off the rails. And leading the charge, Congresswoman Nancy Mace. And let me tell you, whether you love her or not, the woman came in ready today. I'm talking sleeves rolled up, coffee in the bloodstream, and fire in the eyes.
So a woman is an adult female. A woman identifies as a woman, and I actually think it is.
What do you consider a female? What is a female?
So there are some women who were assigned.
You say you're here to defend women. You say you're here to defend women, but shouldn't you be able to define one? Shouldn't you be able to define one if you're for women's rights?
That's literally what I'm.
Ms. Goss-Graves, do women have penises?
So again, I believe that women.
Democrats have gone so crazy. Women can have penises. That's not a thing. That's not biology. It's not science. And you sound like a lunatic.
And the women.
Should young girls just get used to penises in their locker rooms and showers? My next question, yes or no? Should little girls get used to penises in their locker rooms and showers? Yes or no?
I don't know what you're talking about, but what I will say.
Oh, I absolutely do. We've heard testimony today about trans women. Those are women with penises. Those aren't real women. I'm going to reclaim my time. When President Trump issued an executive order to keep men out of women's sports, thank God he did. You said it was sexist, bullying that harms all students.
Correct.
Is it sexist, yes or no, to protect women from men in sports? Yes or no?
If
can't answer the question. Is it sexist to acknowledge basic science? Men and women are built differently. Is it sexist to acknowledge science? Can't answer the question. Does forcing little girls to strip down in front of men in locker rooms harm girls? Does forcing little girls to strip down in front of men in the locker room harm little girls? Yes or no? Can't answer the question. Does forcing little girls to shower, I'm going to reclaim my time. You can quit talking. These are yes or no questions. You can answer them or not. And you've chosen not to answer the questions today because you don't know how. It's shameful.
You know how to answer.
Do you support drugging and chopping off kids' genitals in the name of inclusion? Is that a thing for you?
I have to say.
You get off on that?
So stunned.
All right. When a biological man crushes a girl in a contact sport and sends her to the ER, is that your idea of empowerment? Is that empowering women when a young man beats a girl and takes her, sends her to the ER in a contact sport? Is that empowering women? Is that what that is?
Are you talking about Miss McNabb?
I'm talking about any woman who gets crushed in a sport by a man physically and has to go to the ER.
Miss McNabb and others.
I'm going to reclaim my time.
So,
Madam Chair, we'll show that the witness. I'm going to reclaim my time. You can stop talking now. I'm reclaiming.
This is Ms. Mace's time, Ms. Goss-Graves.
I would like some of that time back, Madam Chair. If a man can be a woman, just identify as a woman, as you say, just by saying so, what is the point of having women's sports? What is the point of women's spaces? What is the point of women's scholarships? If you're just going to allow men to take them away, why even bother? Why bother? The loudest voices, I'm not asking you a question, I'm speaking. The loudest voices on the left claiming to fight for women's rights are the very first people to take them away, steal them, and tear these women down. You're the first to erase them. Mr. Liefeld, Ms. Goss-Graves, you all are shameful. I didn't come here to play with an ideology hell-bent on erasing women and grooming children. That's what you all are. You're groomers. And we're not going to.
shocking
The chairwoman and I,
terrible.
Madam Chair,
And I
I'm going to
cannot
reclaim
believe
my.
This is
That
Miss
is allowed.
Mace's time. Miss Goss Graves. Miss Goss Graves.
This is a shocking thing to say
This
about
Miss
me.
Goss Graves. You are not recognized.
Okay, but I just want to say that is a shocking.
You are not
thing to say about
recognized, Miss
anyone.
Goss Graves. The time belongs to Miss Mace.
Okay, fine.
Like Chairwoman Graham, I've been holding the line for women, standing between perverts and the rights of women and girls. And we're not going to let anyone in this country forget what a woman is. Mr. Layfelt, will you face Ms. Stephanie Turner today? Will you look her in the eyes? Will you apologize to her for the way that she was treated by USA Fencing, standing up for women and girls, women's rights, standing her ground as a woman who only wanted to fence with other women? Will you apologize to her today?
Congresswoman Mace, Ms. Turner was given a black card under our rules.
Will you
which aligns with those of
apologize for the way
International
she was
Federation.
treated? So that's a no.
So,
won't do it.
Congresswoman, if I could respond to one thing.
You know what's
Ms.
unbecoming of a
Turner's-
leader? You said this just in your testimony just like 5 minutes ago.
Yes, ma'am.
That you've said several things that are just disgusting and unbecoming of a leader, to use your words. It's unbecoming of a leader today to acknowledge what has happened to this young woman. You just look at her face and look what she has been through, the courage it took her to stand up for her rights as a woman and other women in other sports all across the country. And you can't even as a man look her in the eye and apologize for what happened to her. And as not one. And I yield back.
The gentlelady yields. In closing, I want to thank our witnesses once again.
So let's break down what went down in that hearing. First off, Nancy Mace starts by pointing out how long it took South Carolina to elect its first Republican woman. And if you're from the South, you already know, sometimes we move slower than a tractor in first gear, but we eventually get where we're going. And when we do, we show up with sweet tea and determination. Then she asks a witness, a women's rights advocate, to define the word woman. Now, call me old-fashioned, call me traditional, call me someone who still remembers high school biology. But when defining woman becomes rocket science, something has gone sideways in the universe. Nancy asks straight-up questions. You know, the kind that have answers, or at least should have answers. And watching her try to get a yes or no felt like watching someone try to get a straight answer out of a magic 8-ball. Reply hazy. Try again. Nancy, do women have? Magic 8-ball. Ask later. Now, Patriots, let me be clear. We're not here to hate anyone. We're not here to disrespect anybody. Everyone deserves dignity. But it is also perfectly okay, perfectly American, to say that women's sports, women's scholarships, and women's locker rooms exist for a reason. It's not complicated. It's not extreme. It's just reality, with a sprinkle of common sense. Nancy Mace came in asking exactly the questions a lot of everyday Americans are thinking. Where's the line? Who protects fairness? Who protects girls? These aren't radical questions. These are parental, practical, front porch talk questions. And the moment Nancy asked whether little girls should have to deal with things in locker rooms they're not prepared for, phew, the witness bobbed and weaved like it was dodgeball day in PE class. Again, no hate, just pointing out the obvious. If we can't answer basic safety questions with a yes or no, maybe we need to stop and take a breath. Then Nancy went after the fairness in sports issue. And look, whether you're lifting weights, swimming laps, or sprinting, biology matters. Anyone who's ever been in a gym knows that. I mean, I'm still mad that my cousin Steve beat me at arm wrestling 3 Thanksgivings in a row. Strength differences are real, and that's okay. But pretending they don't matter? That's how you end up with girls getting hurt in sports that are supposed to empower them, not send them to the ER. That's what Nancy was highlighting. Not hate, not division. Just fairness and safety. And then she turned to USA Fencing's representative, Mr. Leifel, and asked him to apologize to Stephanie Turner, a woman who just wanted to compete with other women. And look, you could practically hear the awkward music playing. He did not want to apologize. And Nancy called it out, respectfully but firmly. And honestly, good. Leaders should be able to say, hey, maybe we handled that wrong. That's not weakness. That's integrity. Throughout the whole thing, Nancy stayed fired up, protective, and committed to standing up for women and girls. Whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, or just someone watching politics like it's a sport, Seeing someone stand on conviction is refreshing. And again, Patriots, none of this is about hate. It's about fairness. It's about safety. It's about common sense. And it's about not needing a PhD in linguistics to define the word woman. So if you want more videos where we break down the wild, the weird, and the wonderfully patriotic moments happening in Congress and around the country, make sure you subscribe to America Patriots. We're out here giving you real talk, no hate, and just enough humor to get you through the news cycle without losing your mind. Hit like, drop a comment, and tell me, what did you think of Nancy Mace's performance? Was she on point? Too spicy? Not spicy enough? Let me know below. God bless you. God bless common sense. And God bless the United States of America. America Patriots, signing out.